ways before I go. If I could know one way, I wouldn't feel so alone.
Welcome back. With a capacity load of salty sailors aboard Javelo, we have made our way south through the beautiful tropical Thai islands en route to Malaysia. We have got quite a full boat, which is lovely. I love the noise. I love all the people here. I grew up as the youngest of 6 children, so it's lovely to have so many people on board. It's lovely to have all that noise. Today, presently in Koh Lipe on the Malaysia border, we plan to sail to Rebak Island Marina once more. You may recall last year when there, we replaced our leaky sail drive diaphragms. The finishing touch having Yanmar sail drive boots stuck to the hulls, with the assurance that these babies weren't going anywhere soon.
We're using 5200, a 3M product. That apparently is not coming off.
Not coming off.
It's not coming off.
Within weeks, the boots were coming off.
Really critical, this piece of equipment, to stop barnacles growing up inside the cavity. And it's important to be glued on really well. Now, unfortunately, part of it's come unstuck on both sides of the boat. You know, potentially it's a haul-out job if it doesn't stay on. Another haul-out. But anyway, so I'm going to have a go at sticking it back on with some epoxy, waterproof epoxy.
Despite Rob's attempt to re-glue the boots, they remain uncoupled. Therefore, before we continue sailing west away from Southeast Asia, we are hauling out to get the job done properly. But before we cross the Thai-Malay border, we are saying goodbye to Claire and Adam, who are leaving the boat.
So here's an interesting little process. Claire and Adam will be checking out today and going on a ferry to Langkawi. We will meet up with them later tonight, hopefully.
Claire gets seasickness. The ferry takes 1.5 hours to get to Langkawi. We're going to take 5 or 6 hours.
We spent 2 weeks on Javelo, which was really fun.
It was amazing, yep, and I didn't have seasickness at all. What about you, Claire?
I relied heavily on some sedative anti-nausea pills, but the opportunity to go to some of those islands, which Koh Phi Phi and Koh Rock and was Koh Lipe was brilliant. Yeah.
Highlights?
I think getting off at the end or something.
Oh, Muay Thai.
Muay Thai. We have the Muay Thai.
I'm very proud we did partake in Muay Thai. Yeah. Only the Hamels would have persuaded me to do, no one else, and it was fun, really fun. Yeah. So we nearly sailed into Malaysia, but not quite.
We had a fantastic.
Yeah, thank you, Hamels.
You've done it again, Hamels.
So we're off now to Malaysia, but first we're going to stop for a cheeky little dive at a place called Stonehenge. So if you had one word to describe that dive, what would it be?
I can't see. That's not one word, that's 3. What's one word?
Blurry.
I was going to say
blurry.
I was going to say disappointing.
Yeah.
Well, not disappointing because the marine life down there and it was very healthy whilst the visibility was poor.
Yes, it was. I'm only disappointed in that you can see it's a fantastic dive. So many colours, beautiful soft corals, beautiful fish life. There were a huge amount of, I think they're called yellow fusiliers, and all in a very murky atmosphere. And that was a disappointing thing because it was so, I mean, I kept looking around to see you and thinking, where have you gone?
Well, if we were 6 feet away from each other, that was the end of it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another word that I could use. Ouchie.
Yeah.
Jellyfish. These little jellyfish about this big, and they didn't affect me most of the time, but I had 2 just swim just on top of my lip, and it was like lightning going through you. So
lots of little tentacles and things.
Lots of little tentacles.
Not bad, but enough to annoy you.
Yeah.
And in other news, no wind. Very little, and we're doing Rob's most hated pastime. If you can hear it in the background there, we're motoring. Motor sailing, to be honest, but
a little bit of Jannar might be contributing slightly.
But the breeze has been consistently better in the night time here. After sunset, it seems the best time to be sailing.
Haley, he's so hot. Oh my gosh, he's so warm.
Yeah.
Cooling the dance.
cooling me down.
Steady, smooth.
Yeah, smooth.
And keep it between the jacks. Ivan, keep an eye on the later jacks.
Yeah, he's fine. Come on. Hey, come on. You got more. Come on.
Put your back into it now.
Want me to help now? Yeah. Ready? Oh, jeez. Ready? Ready? And good work. Whew. We barely needed that little crank.
See, that keeps you fit.
Yeah, I see what Ivan's so strong. Yeah, it's the man. Good up workout too.
Yeah.
Gotta hit the lights, Rod.
I just thought it was intriguing. There's a line of, oh my goodness, there's I don't know how many squid boats across the horizon here as we're approaching into the marina. We're only about, I don't know, 10 miles to go. It's quite extraordinary, the sound, because we're a long way away from them, but the collective is reaching us. And actually, to be fair, they're upwind of us as well, so the wind is carrying it sound a little bit too, so it makes a bit of sense. I just thought you'd be interested to see, or maybe hear, see and hear that sight.
The ferry left without us. There it is. We have the Cruigies bikes here. They took a ferry from Koh Lipe to Langkawi. Yesterday we carried their bikes because the ferry didn't want to have their bikes on board, or they had to pay a lot to have them on board, so we were like, no, don't worry, we'll bring them. We'll get the ferry in from Reback. Well, the ferry from Reback doesn't want to carry the bikes either at the moment, which is odd because they carry suitcases and these are in bags about the size of a suitcase, but I don't know, call it a bike and nobody wants to touch it. Anyway, we have to move the boat, turns out, as well, so it's kind of a good job we missed that ferry.
So we've been asked to shift, Rachel. I took the wrong berth late last night. We're going to the right berth now on instruction, and it's a better berth too, so we're closer to the action, closer to the pool, closer to the gym, closer to the toilets. Yeah, the kids are asleep. And this is a potential monkey zone area too, so it's safer for the cat as well. Yeah. So there's so many pluses in this move, Rachel. We're here to please.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
How's that? Are we listening okay?
Just, forward.
Oh, I think you might just...
yeah,
you done it.
push this
Woohoo, that was close.
That's really good.
That's excellent.
Okay, they can pull it back from there.
Good, you're in. Okay, so it's one of those days where I just forget to film. It was a bit of a mission getting Claire and Adam's bikes onto the ferry. Nobody wanted to take them, and we were refused the first ferry, we were refused the second ferry, and then we ended up being on the third ferry, which allowed us to do exactly what we would have had to do if they'd allowed us on the first ferry. But they've got their bikes now. We're going to meet them for some lunch. Just going past the temple there. Yeah, back in Malaysia.
The question for Claire is, sustainability is an important part of your life, I can see, in minimising your impact on the planet. What can you see in the last 2 weeks on board about how the Hamels reduce their impact on the environment with their life?
Great question. On a boat there, and in Asia generally, it's really hard to recycle. There are yellow bins, but who knows what happens to the plastic after that. So we've tried really hard to refill bottles and things from the reverse osmosis machines that they have on land. But obviously Rob and Rachel live with reverse osmosis water, and that means having small showers, cleaning your teeth with a tiny amount of water, using being careful with what you use, and also whenever electricity is needed, we relied on solar panels, and then when we needed to move Rachel and Rob far as possible, did the sail. So on the whole, I think you could stand proud and say your carbon footprint is pretty good. So just a short little aside on the water consumption. Rob's had a big 0 birthday while we were on the boat, which was another highlight. They were having a progressive supper, and I was going to meet 3 sets of families, all on different fancy boats. I just wanted to quickly wash my hair, went down to the bathroom, lathered up. Rob turned off the water. So my entire evening, I had a hair full of, well, soap. It wasn't a good hair day that day.
Lovely hair, Claire. What's wrong? There's nothing wrong with
Would you
hair.
like to
Yeah,
comment on
now
that?
it's washed out.
Beautiful, Claire.
But
To respond.
Would you like to
Can I
comment on
just
that?
clarify? We have an allocation of time, don't we, Rachel? Everyone has time allocation
In the
on
shower.
and I did start the stopwatch in my head. I'm like Jack Reacher. My time, I've just got this thing with time. I know exactly what time it is, especially if it's up to about a minute, and it was reaching close to those realms. So
Was that about a minute?
I don't know. I hollered out to go, "Hey Claire, can you just watch the water? Is that okay? Is that okay?" She said, "Oh yeah, sorry. Rachel told me I have to be careful with Claire." And so, that's good. But what I didn't realise, because she had stopped showering, the pump was fully charged, and I turned it off, and then hollered out. So I waited for it to charge. It finished charging, turned it off, and I called it out. And then I forgot to turn it back on again. That was the problem. He doesn't please mumbly moments, and then she couldn't. So look, I feel my apologies, Claire. I
all right,
didn't
it's on
mean for that to
record
happen.
now.
It's on record now.
I forgive you.
That's the thing, though. Water is a big problem
Yeah.
on the boat.
Very valuable.
The
very
fridge,
precious.
Adam, would you care to respond to the accusation that you kept the fridge door open too much and let the cold air out?
Yeah, I mean, there's a sort of a window there's a fridge opening window where you've got about 4.5 seconds to get in the fridge, rustle around to try and find the thing, which is no easy matter. Get it out and get the fridge door shut, and that's quite challenging. Got my hand caught a couple of times, trying to get it shut too quickly. And
Rob kneeing the door shut while your hand's still in
that's
there.
using his Muay Thai skills to kick the door shut as I reach for a can of beer or something. But yeah, so it's quite challenging. But yeah, it was good, wasn't it? It's like being in one of those sort of quiz shows where you have to perform certain tasks in impossibly short periods of time.
In the entire 2 weeks, have you seen Rob wear shoes?
Oh, were you wearing are you asking
It's a simple yes or no.
I haven't seen Rob wear shoes since 2007. That was the last time I saw him wear shoes. I don't think you could do it now. You've lost the skill, haven't you?
Yes, I was wondering, we see these guys every week on
Yeah.
YouTube,
Yeah.
living their whole life on a boat. What were your experiences of boat life?
I really enjoyed it, mainly because I didn't get any seasickness at all, which is so astonishing to me that I sort of can't quite believe it. So I felt a little bit smug the whole time about how well I was. I really enjoyed the sort of the movement of the boat, and I really like the sort of the compactness of the cabins for kind of feeling really cozy. So I really like that, and I love the communal living arrangements of it. I think it is a tough thing to do, though, I have to say. To do it like month on month over and over is really hard, and in spite of the fantastic time I've had the last 2 weeks, there was a little moment as I lay in the bed last night where I thought, it's okay being in a hotel as well. So I think if I was doing what you were doing, I would have to take breaks where I just kind of stayed on land for a bit. I don't know how you do it, but other than that, it was fantastic.
Well, thanks to Clint, we don't have to suffer anymore on our boat, at least for one night. He's paid for us to stay here in the Rebeck Island Resort. Hey!
Come on, he needed so bad.